Hi, this is Chaitanya Agarwal and I'm back with my next video. Last time when we met, I'd done the unboxing of Dell 5408 and as promised, I'm back to do the review of the laptop. I've been using it for the last couple of months and I will be giving you my personal verdict at the end of this video. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Starting with the pros, the laptop has this amazing form factor. When I'd ordered it, I was expecting it to be far bigger. But then as it turns out, with almost very small bezel, the screen is about 14 inches. The overall form, it's very small and it's extremely convenient for me to carry it around. So that is definitely a very big plus for me. Coming to the performance, once you hit the start button, it barely takes about 25 to 30 seconds for the laptop to boot up, which is amazing, and I'm personally quite pleased with that. Overall, in the last 2 months, I've done different activities from office work to personal work to video editing. So far, I've not faced any issue with it. And to be honest, I'm quite pleased with the overall performance of the laptop, so nothing to complain there. Coming to the display, even the display, it is super bright, does not really bother you even under sunlight. I always work in this outside deck area that I have, and there's a lot of sunlight towards the second half of the day, but so far I've not faced any issue with it. Even the viewing angles are great and does not really pose a problem even if I'm looking at it diagonally, so that's absolutely fine. Looking at the keyboard is backlit, which I think is a big plus. Even when I'm working in the dark, say for some reason I'm working here late in the night, the backlit keyboard, it's a big utility because then I don't have to really fish around for keys, and it's just very convenient for me to be able to move my hands around. The form factor of the keyboard, again, it's fairly well laid out, and it's very easy for you to move around your hand and be able to reach different keys and be very quick with your work. So overall, the form factor, the performance, this laptop is a big thumbs up. Talking again about battery. So the battery performance of the laptop so far has been fantastic. It takes me roughly about an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge the laptop fully, which lasts me for a normal work about 7 to 8 hours. That is quite awesome, and I don't think I was expecting anything more than that, so quite happy with that. Also the ports, my previous laptop, it had the first gen USB and the data transfer speed was around 20-25 MB per second. But with the second gen ports, it's not exactly second gen, but it's 2.1, and the data transfer speed that I've been getting on this, at times it's even crossed 100 Mbps. Sorry, 100 Mbps, and so yeah, big thumbs up for that. Talking about the cons, now while this laptop is definitely great, but then it has its own set of flaws as well. The biggest flaw is in the speaker unit. The speaker unit is placed underneath the laptop, because of which the sound is always muffled, and you definitely you're always left thinking, I wish it was better. That's not really a good feeling to live with, and I really hope that Dell does something about it. Also, the fingerprint reader. Now the fingerprint reader, it's not really as nifty as one would expect. So it takes you about 4 to 5 different tries for you to be able to gain access to your laptop. And sometimes even that's not enough. So eventually you have to type in your PIN to be able to access a PC. Well, that's not as good, right? I was expecting something far better. It does not really have face recognition as well, which is kind of a bummer. And I wish there was more. But these are some smaller nuances that you have to live with. Also looking at the trackpad. While the trackpad is big, broad, and has all sorts of gesture control, which makes it a big plus, but it's not really as tactile. So every time you double click it, you really think that something's not right, and it's not really as smooth as the rest of the laptop is. And hence you're always like, should I just kind of touch it or click it, or maybe not, or is something wrong? So yeah, that ways it's alright. I mean, that's something you can always live with. I anyway just use an external mouse. Also, talking about the comments that I received in my previous video, a lot of people have complained about heating, noise. I've been using it for the last 2 months. I must say that the heating issue is there, but it's not really as big. I'm not a very serious gamer, and I only do gaming once in a while. So for me, it's not really been as bad. But I'm sure for a normal everyday use, the heating that you feel, it'll be far worse for a gamer. The heating, it's happening because the vents are placed at the back of the laptop, and it's throwing the air directly towards the screen, hence you can feel it all the more, and that's my assumption. But yes, the heating is there. Hence, I always use this laptop stand, which always makes it very handy. I'm also always working on a desk, so nothing really for me personally to complain there in that department. Talking about the noise, I did get a lot of queries about does the laptop make a lot of noise? Honestly, it doesn't. It's absolutely fine. I haven't really had any issue with the noise or heard anything which would kind of perk my ear up and I'd be worried about. My personal verdict is you should go for it. I've really liked this laptop so far, and I wouldn't discourage anybody or say anything otherwise. I think it's a great choice. While there is a updated processor as well, there is a i5 11 gen that's been introduced, but yes, you have to pay a premium for that. And the difference between the two, from what I've read so far, it's not really much. So for me, I was not really willing to pay that premium, and I was quite happy with this. But yeah, you're free to suit yourself, and I would suggest if you're looking for really the updated kind, that's what you should go for. In my mind, this one, i5 10 Gen, is good to last you for the next 3, 4, 5 years, I would say, easily, and should not really be a problem. I've already spoken about performance, and I have nothing to complain in that department. So for me, it works really well, and hence I would recommend this to you too. If you have any further questions, feel free to hit me up. I'll be happy to answer those. And I'll be back again with a few more videos. Until then, see you. Take care. Thank you. A big thank you to all of you who've liked my video and who've shared your precious comments. Thank you so much. This is only my first time doing this, and I'd love to hear from you. What is it that you liked about my video? What is it that I can get better at? And I will definitely try and do that in my next one. Cheers.